Hey, I'm Alex Radical from Board Game Co, and this is Two Back and Not to Back, where we're going to be going through a lot of big campaigns today. This is the big one. This is the big episode because we are going through all the $1 million plus campaigns. And when I say all, maybe not all, we'll see. All the big campaigns, and I think they're all $1 million, but some of them might be close to $1 million. They all have $1 million plus potential. Let's put it that way. Any campaign I'm covering today could theoretically cross $1 million. Now I'm not even confident about that. We'll go through it and we shall see. But we're going to go ahead and dive into it. By the way, Chris George from Room and Board, have you been following? Because I have not seen whether he's been up to date on all these campaigns. But with all these $1 million plus campaigns over on Room and Board's channel, you should expect to see a 5 reasons not to back on all of the $1 million plus campaigns. And if you're not seeing that, you should complain, because you should never flake out on content that your viewers expect, like I have on Two Back and Not to Back, like the past 6 months. It's been a tough year, a good year to be clear. No complaints here, a good year, but a tough year as far as keeping up with it. And I'm leaving tomorrow for Essen, which it's a hard day, man. It's a hard day. It's hard. It's just an issue of keeping up. Everything's good. Everything's great. But like, just keeping up is a lot. I got a lot to do today and tomorrow. We shall see. Let's dive into it, because we just did a minute of self-therapy over here. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Two Back and Not to Back. This is Two Back and Not to Back, the show where I go ahead and talk about the various campaigns over on Crowdfunding. Again, we are doing the big heavy hitters this week. We'll be covering a lot more campaigns when I come back, like Cascadia Alpine Lakes. Great campaign. I want to talk about it. It's just not in that $1 million plus potential, and I decided to focus on the big campaigns, at least for today. And so with that in mind, let's go ahead and start off as we usually do with our Cult of the Now. Cult of the Now, we have the Druids of Edora. Nope, this is a pre-order. Never mind, it's a pre-order with March 31st, 2026. I knew that. I did know that. I just want to talk about Druids of Edora because it's the new Stefan Feld game from Ravensburger. It looks amazing. No idea if it's good. It's probably okay. I mean, what are the chances that it becomes one of my new favorites? Small, right? But I still want it. But we're not talking about that. Cult of the Now, 4 Shuffle Dartmoor over on Miniature Market. This is a great game. If you have 4 Shuffle Dartmoor is still a great game. I think all of my recent plays of 4 Shuffle have been Dartmoor. And then like yesterday I was like, we should play regular 4 Shuffle, and we were like, no, let's play Dartmoor instead. So I will still play 4 Shuffle. It's got all the expansions. Dartmoor does have that new shininess to it. Definitely recommend checking it out if you are a fan of 4 Shuffle. Definitely recommend checking it out if you haven't played 4 Shuffle. Definitely recommend not checking it out if you didn't like 4 Shuffle. I can't imagine it would change your mind on it. But with that said, let's go ahead and dive into the campaigns. We have a bunch of campaigns to go through. We will have our usual. We're going to be going over the campaigns. We'll be talking about our picks of the week. We'll be talking about upcoming campaigns. All of that stuff is going to be here. I don't know how in-depth I'm going to be on these various campaigns. I will say there are 2 campaigns that I absolutely had no intention of backing, and I'll tell you why not, and I am now. I am backing. Well, at least I'm for sure backing one. This video series, it made me look into things a bit more than I should, and now I'm backing stuff. But we have Uprising, Legendary Big Box in True Solo Mode. 1 day left to go. Not a $1 million campaign, but I'm pretty sure it's going to have it. $998,423. Oh, wait, no, $627. I think we're safe over here. 3,700 backers. This is Uprising, the 4X co-op solo, but now with a true solo mode and a big box. That's the new content. Uprising is what I just said. It's a 4X game, but it's a cooperative 4X game that can be brutally punishing. There's a lot of content to it, a lot of expansions, a lot of difficulty adjustments too, a ton of content for the game, but the new stuff is the big box, which is not the only big box we're going to be seeing today. There's a lot of money you could be spending today if you are interested in these campaigns. But we have a giant big box, and we also have a true solo mode. That's going to be the new content on this campaign. There's a ton of content to go into on this. I will be doing general brief overviews of what the games are, but again, if you're looking for like a full in-depth of any one of these, this video would be way too long. The campaign pages are very, very long today. We have a lot to go through, but we have Uprising. This is, again, a 4X cooperative solo game, but with new content. We also have this treasure chest, which is free at most pledges, but not at the cheaper pledges. It's like if you spend a lot of money, it's free. Free just means accounted for in the price, obviously. We have a reforged rulebook for not for $500,000, at the $500,000 stretch goal, which they've crossed already. We have a market display and pedestals. They have various day goals as well, slowly being unlocked. They also have miniatures if you want miniatures. This is the game, like, I remember way back when, like, when the game first came out, I remember seeing these acrylic standees. They popularized acrylic standees looking pretty awesome, so good on them for bringing that to the table and allowing others to make those choices, like Don't Starve, which we'll be talking about shortly. That also has like acrylic standees as an option, although the miniatures there look better. But either way, Uprising, 4X solo cooperative, true solo now included. They have the bundle legendary pledge for $4.99, the new solo upgrade pack for $49, the new treasure chest for $49. Again, this is free at different pledge levels. depending on what you're getting. We have the new Rebel Pledge for $79, giving you, again, all the new content, all the unlocks, minus the big box. You don't get the big box over there. The reprint, the big box, new plus big box pledge is $159. This is not the most expensive big box we're going to see today, because that belongs to the Elder Scrolls, which we'll be getting into. There's a trove chest for Elder Scrolls. That is... I don't need another trove chest. I want another trove chest. I don't need another trove chest. But either way, that's kind of what we got over here as far as Uprising goes. Lots of content, lots of stretch goals, lots of things to get, because there's multiple campaigns worth of content here. Plus, of course, the new stuff, the Painted Cursed miniatures, because I mentioned they have miniatures. That's the Painted Cursed miniatures. And then as well as the standees. And then we have a nice little pledge comparison breakdown over here, showing you all the various things you're getting at different pledge levels at different prices. That's going to be Uprising over here. Shipping is going to run you. Shipping's going to run you, depending on where you are, obviously, but $25 to $59, because again, you could get a lot of content for it. That is going to be Uprising. Then we have Mystic Moon, crossed $1 million, about to cross 1,100,000. 2 days left to go, 7,000 backers. We have 2 days, well, I just said 2 days left to go. Mystic Moon from Unstable Games. This one, the video on this one, honestly, there's a lot of great videos today to go over, but this one, Mystic Moon, is basically a potion building game. You're gathering various resources, and you're trying to place them into your own little potions. You have this little like 3x3 grid that you're trying to place potions into in order to fulfill various goals, because your potion cards want certain orientations of certain ingredients, and you could possibly fulfill multiple at once, depending on if you don't find things that get in each other's way on those potion cards. But basically, gather various ingredients, fulfill the various potions, all with the various adorable, cute artwork of Unstable Games. We have the Mystic Moon Deluxe Edition. This includes the expansions, the Curse of the Zodiac expansion, and the Secrets of the Alchemy expansion. So the base game you get over here on crowdfunding, this includes all the content. Let's go to take a look at the pledge levels. We have the rewards. We have the Ultimate Collector's Edition for $199. As usual with Unstable Games, they give you a ton of potential stuff to get. And then we have the Deluxe Edition with the regular Deluxe Edition, which is still multiple expansions included. So if you're waiting for retail, the retail game will be cheaper, as they usually are, but this includes, well, you know, it's a deluxe. It's a deluxe base game as opposed to the all-in. Add-ons, there's a lot of things you can get for this. You can get a lot of Mystic Moon things, but you can get things from their other games as well. We have the Deluxe Edition game, card sleeves, Full Moon box set, playmats, you have the vinyl figures, that's something they do as well. We have the cloud heads. If you want little plushy cloud heads, they have those. The Cauldron mug set. Do you need mugs? Do you need mugs? Because they got you covered with 8 mugs for $80. We have the rotating garden board for $39. Various individual cloud heads if you want those, or plushies, not cloud heads. Plushie. Well, the cloud heads are plushies. Cloud heads are plushies. Then we have anything from enamel pins. We have more stuff from Twisted Cryptids, although some of that stuff is sold out already. The Twisted Cryptids stuff mostly sold out, unfortunately. We have Here to Slay, we have more things, Casting Shadows, so a ton of content from all the various things. You can go ahead and add on whatever you want. And then, of course, all the various stretch goals. The how to play will briefly guide you through it, but it's kind of like a 6-minute video. Very well done, shows you the overall how to play if you want a slightly longer version. But again, it's mostly drafting ingredients, fulfilling potions. The how to play just goes through a bit more setup and a bit more detail on what you're doing in this game. But overall, their games are generally on the lighter side, but also can be a lot of fun, and that's going to be Mystic Moon. We have for shipping, let's go to shipping over here because I like going over that. Shipping is going to run you $13 or $23 depending on what you're getting. From there, we're going to go ahead and go to Don't Starve, the board game. $4 million raised. This definitely crossed the $1 million line. I really want to check out, let's go to Chris George over here. Let's go see what Chris George is doing. Let's pull this up because I want to see. We're going to go to Room and Board. Let's see. We got Room and Board, Chris George, because he should have a lot of things. A lot of videos should be on his channel, but I don't see a lot of videos. I see Elder Scrolls Review. That's not a don't back it. We should have a don't back it. We have a 5 reasons not to back Berserk. Good. 5 reasons not to back Don't Starve. Good. That's 2. That's 2, Chris. Chris, that's just 2 videos. What are you doing? What are you doing? You have another job? You work for WSBG? You're an actor? Like what are you doing? We need like 17 more videos, please. Thank you very much. We need one for Uprising. It's about to cross. We're already at $999,000, okay? We have Mystic Moon over here. You got to get one for those. Don't Starve. Congratulations. We're 1 of 3 so far. 1 of 3. I'm not impressed. Did he even have 2? He had, yeah, Berserk. So we have another one. Okay. 2 out of the 8 we're going to cover today. I feel I should title this video, To Back or Not to Back, the Chris George hit piece. Anyways, Don't Starve. 17,000 backers, 3 days to go. $4 million raised. Don't Starve, based on the video game. Based on the video game, this is supposed to bring you, though, a new take. It's the same basic concept. Survival, crafting, lots of crafting. You'll be unlocking things as you go through it. You can play through the various chain of missions. It's sort of standalone, like each mission stands on its own, but you are unlocking content as you go. You're unlocking more crafting things and all that. But basically, try not to die. Try not to die, the board game. That's what this one is. We have 79 $129 for the standard pledge, $129 for the deluxe pledge, and then we also have all these all-ins, $249 for the acrylic all-in if you want, acrylics instead of miniatures, and then we have $289 for the plastic miniature all-in, which for $40, I kind of want that. I mean, it depends what you like. The acrylics do look nice if you don't like gray miniatures and you prefer colored acrylics. That's definitely nice to have that option. But yeah, $289 for the all-in gameplay pledge over there. We have $469 for the all-in, but no, really, because we have $599 for the absolute give me everything all-in. There's a ton of stuff to get for this, and there's a lot of people who want that. That's 1,100 people who want to spend $600 on Don't Starve. That's some stuff. But I will say, the game looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, Glass Cannon has put out a lot of good-looking games. This one, to me, they're capturing the magic. It feels like they're really capturing the magic of the art of the video game, and they're doing it in a board game, which is great for those people who like board games. Also, it's a lot of boxes, so you always have to be prepared for that factor. This is something that I've learned the hard way. Sometimes a lot of boxes is amazing because I love the thing. Sometimes a lot of boxes makes me less likely to play the thing. You have to know yourself and pick and choose what you want. But this, look at these miniatures. Look at this premium miniature. It looks so cool. They look so cool. The stuff I want. Is there a painted all-in pledge? Glass Cannon, you should do a painted all-in pledge for like $2,000 because I think it would sell. I think all the miniatures painted, factory painted, whatever. Anyways, lots of stuff for the Don't Starve the board game. Lots of miniatures who wants standees? Who wants acrylic? Well, actually, let's find out. $249. We have $289 with 1,500 backers, and we have 900 backers who want acrylic standees. At $40 price point, that's got to be a preference thing, not a money thing. That's just, I don't know. I just think the miniatures look so amazing that I just can't imagine. I can't imagine doing anything else. But either way, that's what we got for Don't Starve over here. Lots of content here. Lots of stuff to go through. I said already, I wish I could do a full deep dive on all of these campaigns. That's what you have Chris George for, obviously. But I just can't because look at how long. Just for the record, we are a third of the way through scrolling on this page. Just for the record, okay? I've been scrolling for the past minute and a half while I talk, and it's a third of the way. We're not at halfway yet. Nope, I'm still not at halfway. I'm gonna keep scrolling until I get to halfway, okay? Nope, still not halfway. Still scrolling. Okay. I think I'm guesstimating here. We are around halfway now. You can see on the sidebar, we have what's in the box. We still have the miniatures to go through if you want to see well, I guess the miniatures is a small little thing because you can that was a small little thing. We have the digital rewards, the expansions, the add-ons. We have the Chester big box. This is another big box. What are we doing here? $69 for this big box. This is the cheapest big box we see. Okay, I honestly missed this the first time around. I missed this. I think I saw this as I was scrolling past, but there's so much to scroll past. I thought this was a plushie. I didn't realize this was a big box. This is insane. I love it. I'm good. Shipping and taxes. So, shipping is going to run you, depending on where you are, you're looking at $23 to $61, depending on what you get. Again, there's a lot of money that can be spent in this campaign. 17,000 backers spending $4 million. That's a lot of Don't Starve love going on from Glass Cannon Unplugged. Heroes of Might and Magic, the board game. We are at €1,000,000. Chris George, where's your video? Where's your video, Chris? I'm going to say it every single time. 4,564 backers. I almost said 4 million backers. 4 days left to go. Heroes of Might and Magic, the board game from Arkan Studios. This is basically like it's a kind of like, if you played Heroes of Might and Magic, the board game, the full one, not the card game, and you like the card grid battles, this is like 20% like that. That's kind of what this is. This Heroes of Might and Magic, the board game, with all the various cards. You can buy a lot of the cards, you can buy some of the cards. We'll get to the pledge level soon. But the basic idea is you have this interesting resource system. So if you've played games like Lorcana or Star Wars Unlimited, where you're placing cards face down to power up your mana, or if you played games like Magic, where you need specific colors of mana, this kind of combines that, where you have lanes of mana, but you can choose where to put your mana each round. So you could be like, imagine, like for simplicity, imagine you're playing Magic and you have you have red and you have blue. But each round you can place a card face down into your red or your blue, so you have control over how your mana escalates, but you still have to escalate it, which is a fascinating combination of multiple systems, which is, to me, innovative. I haven't seen that done before. But Heroes of Might and Magic basically is going to be a card grid tactical system. So you're going to play your various cards, you have to all these locations and characters and all these things. You build your deck from all the various tons of cards, because 800 cards, that's the ultimate Heroes experience over here, is going to be 800 cards. You could get less, we'll get to the pledge level soon, but lots of potential cards. Build your deck, build your mana, go head to head, and try to win. It's a game. It's a grid-based card game. It looks fairly cool. Haven't played it myself, so I can't really say, but it looks pretty cool. From the acclaimed team behind the board game, designed by true fans, expert players of the original video game. You don't have to be a fan of the video game because you never have to be a fan of the video game. Like I've never played Heroes of Might and Magic, the video game. I have played the board game. The card game looks cool without needing to play the board game. But again, the mana system is definitely interesting. Lots of foil cards, lots of cool stuff going on over here. Let's take a look at the pledge levels if I can find it. The pledges. Adept of Might and Magic, €49 for 360 cards. This is a nice intro point. 360 cards for €49. That's pretty decent. You're getting like half of the cards, half-ish of the cards. We have two holo cards. We have the 114 6 holo, top-notch holo, Game Fun exclusive, Found Edition, all that. For Sovereign of Might and Magic, you go to 378 cards, plus 4 Neophyte mats. So that's fun. Okay, some nice quality upgrades over there, as well as more cards. But really, I think the main pledge level to go for is €129 for 800 cards, 2 Neophyte mats, 9 booklets. This is like the all-in gameplay, or at least seemingly it seems like the all-in gameplay. 800 cards, 2 Neophyte mats, and 9 booklets. And then we go to, and plus the big box. Big box is like, essential. But then from there, we go to the Emperor of the Emperor. €259 for 800 cards, 11 Neophyte mats, 9 booklets, 900 faction sleeves, 10 posters, plastic token replacement, art book, and deck wallet. So you're doubling your cost, sort of, or close enough, I should say. But you are getting not really more gameplay content, you're getting upgrades. So that's nice. It is nice to have. Let's take a look at who's backing what. I always am curious about this. €129, 1,800 backers. The Adept for 175, the Sovereign for 36, which I agree with that. The Sovereign feels like a weird middle ground. That if you just want like the bare minimum entry, sure. If you want to jump up to 129, sure. This one feels like a weird middle ground. Then we have the Queen of Might and Magic, which is 129. What is the difference on this one? Queen of Might and Magic big box. Oh, it's just a choice whether you want it all in the big box. Okay, I understand now. And then with the Emperor of Antigarch, whoa, we have, wow, most backers are in this pledge. I would not have gone for that one. I would not have gone for that. I don't like paying double the price. I like paying for premium upgrades, but you're mostly getting like a lot of playmats and art book. There's a lot of things in this pledge that I don't particularly care for. The good news is you can build your own pledge too. If you want specific things and not others, you could just go for that 129 and then choose the various things you want, like plastic token replacements. That's kind of the thing I go for. So pick and choose, build as you want. That's Heroes of Might and Magic, the card game. Shipping's going to run you $24 to $34 depending on your pledge level. Then we have Honor's End. Honor's End from IV Studios, 6,480 backers, $713,000 raised. This one is probably, it's weird to say this, what a weird day that like IV Studios is the lowest campaign we're talking about today, which is, that's not usually the way it works. But again, I'm picking all the big box campaigns, and this is still doing well. I think it has the potential to cross 1 million, but we shall see. I wouldn't be surprised either way. I think it's likely going to cross 1 million. But Chris, no video needed yet. $716,000 raised, 6,516 backers. Ironically, probably my favorite game from the campaigns we're talking about today. Only ironic, I don't know if that's like a real ironic or semi-ironic, but because it's the lowest one, I guess it is a little ironic. You know the song, Isn't It Ironic? And you know how most of the things in that song are not actually ironic from Alanis Morissette. And now it makes me wonder every time I say something is ironic. I don't actually know. You can tell me in the comments down below. Was this ironic that probably my favorite campaign is the lowest funded? Is that irony or just, not? Anyways, we have $1. No, we have the pledge. What's the campaign? The campaign. Honor's End is a cooperative deck building game with a story mode / campaign. The basic idea is it's a deck building game. You're going to be building your deck, taking down 3 levels of increasing heroes. I have a solo gameplay on the channel. I have a review. There's going to be another full 3-player gameplay coming up as well. I think tomorrow. I think it's going up tomorrow. But Honor's End is basically a cooperative deck builder. You kind of build your decks. You combine your attributes to get more goods and more like advanced cards and heroes and equipment and all these fun things to boost you as you play, and then you dive into it and take down the enemies. Or you can play through the campaign. You go through, I believe it's 8 chapters if I recall correctly, 8 chapters in a campaign that will kind of guide you through some of the basics as you start off, and then also just, give you a story, unlocked content, things like that in the campaign mode. The basic game is going to be $59 for the standard game, standard set of components. If you want the deluxe components, let's go to the pledge levels. I like, because these sidebars are always nice, but they don't show you everything properly. So Kickstarter pledges. Alright, $59, standard edition. It's a basic game, it's a deck builder. It's a deck builder that's pretty fun. We'll talk about, check out my review. Deluxe edition over here. That's going to give you, the deluxe edition gives you triple layered boards, player dials, a trove of exclusives, swirled dice, limited edition box, holographic foil cards, gold and silver foil boards. Same price as the retail deluxe, but far more deluxe. Okay. And we have $159 for the all-in. Now, honestly, I didn't care for most of the things in the all-in over here. Again, this goes back to doubling the price point, but not feeling like you're getting like what are you getting here? You're getting an all-in add-on box. That's nice. That's just another box. Do I want another box? Depends on what's in the box. 4 dice towers. I don't care. I don't care. I'm sorry. Honestly, I love Ivy Studios. I really do. The least premium thing I've ever seen from them are those dice towers. Like, I feel like they have some, I mean, the way, yeah, I just don't feel those dice towers are super premium. They feel like a regular, like, cheap add-on. Like, from looking at visually, like, I expected, like, a gold embossed metal tower that's probably made out of silver or gold, one of those two materials, and feels like it. And this is a reasonable dice tower, make no mistake. It's just, like, it's a reasonable dice tower, and it doesn't feel like an IV dice tower. We have 4 player mats. That's great, but you don't need player mats, and they often, especially in a game like this, it's going to escalate your table space so much, so, like, unnecessary in my opinion. 4 tele app. Nice to have. You can probably buy it separately, especially if you go through the story mode. Dice storage bags. It's nice, but like it's a storage bag. You're not really like, you're not playing with those storage bags in play. You're not pulling dice in the storage bag. That'd be a weird thing to do. You could do it, but you also have to like limit the number of dice based on the experience, which means I would just separate them and put them on the table. I would never have them there except when it's in the box. So it's a deluxe bag that isn't really being used on the table. It's being used for storage. So like, it's nice, but again, you're paying double the price almost for this. The hardcover book for the campaign. That's the only one I want. From all these add-ons over here, the only one I would care about is the hardcover book over here. So again, it's nice. I'm not saying it's not nice. I'm just saying that we have 3,000 people on the deluxe edition, and we have 2,000 people on the all-in, and that feels like, I mean, listen, I'm not saying that my opinion is the only opinion. It's not. It's definitely not. At least my opinion is not the only opinion. It's probably that's probably a reasonable opinion. But I am surprised that this many people want this stuff at nearly double the price. I'm always intrigued by that. I'm always, or people, or are you someone that just goes straight to the all-in? Are you like, hey, I just want it all, I don't care? That's almost more reasonable to me than that this stuff is worth double. I mean, because whatever. Anyways, to each their own. The game is great. The game is great. I'm just ripping on the pledge level. The game itself is amazing. But that's basically right here. Meaningful cooperation and co-op deck build, rewarding progression, and an actual challenge. Honor's End just works. I really like Honor's End, just so we're on the same page. Community involvement. I don't care about that. Moving on. Okay, we covered it. Honor's End. Cooperative deck builder. I highly recommend the middle pledge. $89 deluxe edition. I think that's where it's probably worth it. Honor's End if you want the basic edition. At this point, wait for retail or honestly a used copy. If this is where I would recommend, and the majority of people are at. Shipping's going to run you $16, the US, continental and all that, and then check your region for anything else. And that is basically Honor's End. Highly recommend the game, and let's go ahead to the next campaign. Berserk. Chris George, you're good to go. You got a video on this. 5,400 backers, 1.6 million euros, 7 days left to go. Berserk the board game from Monolith, based on the Kenta Mura's iconic manga, the Berserk. This is going to be a campaign game with single shot options. You can play it as a single shot. You can play it as a campaign. How many missions are there? I don't remember. I think it was like a reasonable number, not too many, but I don't remember how many missions. But yeah, it's basically it's a cooperative or solo campaign game that has single shot options where you could instead just choose a mission and go to wherever that mission, they have like a powering up scale, so you're playing the missions at the appropriate power scale, but you're controlling these characters, you're diving in. The miniatures look amazing, by the way. My prototype only had like some of the miniatures and they all looked incredible, and I'm not a fan of the manga. Not like I'm not a fan, I just never became a fan, so I don't dislike it, I just don't have reason to like it. I'm gonna stop talking now. 123 miniatures over here, a whole lot of miniatures with a whole lot of content. We have the Skull Knight over here, we have the Zod Apostle, Grunbeld Apostle, all these characters, and there's a story as you go through this. The campaign kind of brings you on a story where you have to do things, but then things happen as you're playing, and that results in a degree of progression. So it really does throw you for a loop as you're playing through it. I've only had one scenario that I could play, because Prototype only had one scenario, but that one scenario, it had a story to it. Like, it was things happen that I didn't expect, which I like when games give you things that happen that don't expect, because that means it actually feels like a journey. The downside, it means replayability it does suffer a little bit when you have that, because the second time around you know what to expect, and so you change things. So there is that aspect to it. So replayability, I think it absolutely is replayability, but I think you'll lose some of the mystery and adventure to it. But overall, the main idea of it is you choose cards from your hand. You are building your deck as you go, so you're going to power up, upgrade, things like that. But you choose cards from your hand. The more cards you choose, the more fatigue you suffer. So you're going to be pushing yourself more and more, but the problem is, when you only play one card, it feels like a weak turn. So Sometimes you need weak turns just to pace yourself, because otherwise your fatigue's going to go too quickly. Other times you want to play two cards, which has a reasonable fatigue bump, or you can play all three and have the most fatigue, but that means you're really pushing yourself. You're exerting yourself to the end. And I like that system combined with the progression of the campaign, of the fact that, again, those surprises happen. Really, because again, how do you know how far to push yourself when you don't know what's going to happen next in the story? Are you almost done? Did you defeat the last villain or not? How do you know? And that really... it really forces you to decide and choose, and I don't know enough. I've gone through the campaign. I don't think they have this, but it would be nice if they do, although they do have something else, which we'll talk about. But the idea of having some sort of adjustment to the difficulty or adjustment to something, because diving into the second time, it's not just about knowing the story, it's also about the fact that you have a better sense of how far to push yourself and how far to progress. So I almost hope they have a way of adjusting that. But either way, that's kind of what we have for the core campaign over here. The pledges, there's one pledge. It's the €199 Berserker pledge. There's a lot of miniatures over here. It's 2 giant boxes that kind of fold together-ish, sort of, but they go in separate calyxes, but you can line them up nicely, whatever it is. Beautiful, €199. That's a lot of money, so if you want this campaign, you are spending at least €200 plus shipping. So, I mean, honestly, it's pretty impressive that it has like 5,000 backers with that entry price pledge over there. But then also, on top of that, we have the add-ons. The add-ons going to give you the Black Swordsman solo expansion. So this is going to give you a solo, more true solo or epic solo expansion, as well as the build your own adventure, and that part's very intriguing. So in addition to the fact that there's more miniatures, 55 miniatures over here in this expansion, giving you more content, they have a whole build your own scenario, kind of, using all the components in the game. You choose an adventure type, select the enemy faction, pick the location, build your party. So it kind of has a sort of build your own scenario situation, which again, I don't know how they'll handle the story aspect of that, or the surprises. I don't think they could realistically, but that would be nice. If they could build some sort of surprises, like an infinitely variable surprise system, that'd be great. I just don't know how they would do that. Shipping on the campaign is going to run you between €27 to €32 for the US. Obviously, check your region, which again means a US backer is spending a minimum of like $270 to get this game. So I hope you like it, because I mean, it's fun. It is pretty fun, but I hope you like it. Return to Dark Tower Expeditions, another $1 million campaign where Chris George, I believe, he just texted me. He's going to have his video up for this one today. Yeah, it's not true. It's not true. There's more to go. There's more to go. We got a whole bunch of campaigns. 8,973 backers, $1.1 million, 7 days to go. Return to Dark Tower Expeditions brings you Return to Dark Tower back, as well as the Expeditions expansion. Return to Dark Tower, this is like original. We had the original Dark Tower, then Restoration Games brought it back. Arguably one of their better rated games. I mean, that and Thunder Road Vendetta, they in general, they've knocked it out of the park as far as what they've managed to do, taking old classics and bringing them back and doing it well. Like they really found their niche, and they're working it hard. But we have Expeditions Deluxe, which is the deluxe version of Expeditions over here for $99. We have the Expeditions Base for $45. Charge the Tower, which if you just want to get, Return to Dark Tower for $160, because this game is constantly out of print and hard to get your hands on. Battle Essentials, $249 for anyone who wants just the gameplay goods. Return to Dark Tower, Alliances, Covenant, and Expeditions. And then we have the All-In for $500. There's a lot of, again, I said you could spend a lot of money today. You could spend a lot of money. But Expeditions, what's new? So Expeditions gives you a distant lands, offering unique challenges and unique rewards. You have different, and that also you're going to be using, where's the part where it said that? There's a part where it said basically you can have different game maps every time, but I don't remember where it says it. Home to Giant Nether, explore the regions. We have the Inksley Isles, the Brassbound League, Umberwood. So you're choosing one of those 4 locations that are going to be added onto the core map every single time. So you have 4 different experiences. So you have to play this 4 times at a minimum just to kind of see the basic components over there. We have 4 new heroes. We are adding over there. We have, what was this one over here? More expedition rewards, minor and major. Well, not more. Expedition rewards, minor and major. We have the torments, global effects, and foe enhancements that make the game more challenging. Virtues and gear. So we have all these things. Gameplay highlights, journey into the new realms. And you're choosing, again, work with your fellow heroes. With risk comes reward, face dire challenges. Where's the part? There was like a part where it said like, whatever, there was another part. I was on the campaign page earlier. But anyways, yeah, it gives you a new content for Return to Dark Tower. So if you like Return to Dark Tower, this is an expansion that's going to give you not really module, but variable content to continue to enhance your gameplay and make it variable at the same time. So everything's a different experience. You can see over here, Man vs. Meeple did expeditions over here. You can check out their playthrough to see more what the game's play is like, or this other channel as well, which I don't know the names. I apologize, but yeah, 2 channels covered playthroughs of the content. That's basically Return to Dark Tower. We have the shipping is going to run you $30 to $70, depending on what you're getting. Again, $570. It's an expensive day for people who want their games, but that is Return to Dark Tower. We have Dicestone Vanguard, $1.1 million. Chris George, $1.1 million, 10,000 backers, 10 days to go. Dicestone Vanguard brings 4 new adventurous heroes to charge in Dicestone Collection. Now, 2 things. 1, this is the best video you'll see all day. Well, from the videos that I mean, honestly, some pretty good videos. This is one of the best videos you'll see all day. Like, Don't Starve had a great one as well. There's a lot of great videos. On his end, I like Ivy Studio. I like that. I like the team of Zach and Austin on camera. Anyways, Dice Throne Vanguard. So one is one of the best videos you'll see from a lot of great videos. Number two, I didn't think I was going to get this, and I think I am now. I'm a sucker for Dice Throne. I always keep wondering whether I should get rid of Dice Throne because it's on the lighter side, but also it's just simple, accessible fun, and I think I kind of want to get this, and I feel it's a mistake, but I am going to stick to the basic bare bones pledge level because that I can justify. Once I bump up, I can't. But I wasn't planning on backing this, and I looked at the campaign. So watch the video, number one. Number two, the heroes from the game. This is 4 new heroes as well as a dragon to fight against. So you can have a solo/co-op as well as 4 new heroes. But these new heroes, the Druid, Sun Elf, Forge Master, and Duelist, the only problem with these new heroes is they make all the other heroes look stupid. Now, I haven't played as these new heroes, but they each have a cool mechanic. Like, the Druid is shifting into a cat or a bear. The Sun Elf has this, like, super cool foil board. The Forge Master has equipment that that goes on the player board. Like, they all have these mechanics that make them seem like cooler heroes than all the other heroes that have come until now, which feels unfair to all the other heroes that have come until now. It really does. It really feels unfair. But anyways, we have the new heroes over here. So we have 4 new heroes. You also have an enemy to fight against. We have this new enemy. Where is it? We have the Neuraxis the Devourer. Okay, this is going to be a battle against the all-powerful Neuraxis, and this all new co-op solo exclusive Vanguard inside lid of the exclusive Vanguard 4 Heroes Strongbox. So basically, you can fight against someone in a solo or cooperative gameplay, which does seem fun. I mean, granted, Dice Throne does have different kind of solo co-op things already. I highly recommend Dice Throne Missions. I haven't played the regular Dice Throne Adventures or whatnot. I still should play it. I've read the rules like 4 times. I never played it. But Dice Throne, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. 4 new heroes. I like it. They seem cool. I'm being pulled in by the coolness of the new types of things that they're doing with these heroes, but not saying that it actually is any better per se. So we'll see. Anyways, pledge level, $60 for the Dice Throne exclusive, and some of the stuff is exclusive, like you won't get this outside of this campaign. So if you want this version, if you want Neuraxis, I believe Neuraxis is exclusive, the Kickstarter exclusive Vanguard Strongbox, but yeah, that's all, $60 for that. Then we have $130 giving you the various accessory packs. Each accessory pack comes with some degree of deluxe components as well as a painted miniature. That's all going to be, in fact, let's go to the pledge levels. Pledge levels down here, so you can see over here, 60 new heroes, Strongbox. No, I want to see... Where's the actual breakdown? Accessory packs. So these are the accessory packs you're getting for each of these characters. It's basically $20 a piece, but, you know, for 130 versus 60 is a $70. So you're saving $10 if you, get all of them in this extra pledge level. I just don't think I care enough. I do kind of want the painted miniatures, but I don't really use the painted miniatures. Like, I'll be fine. It's okay. Whatever. And that's going to be that. And then we have over here, for $275, you get all the various playmats. So if you want all the cool playmats, and they are cool, I just can't justify this one. I can justify the $60 because, to me, Dice Throne is such a fascinating game. It's such a good game, but it's also, I don't play it a ton, and I have a lot more content for it than I realistically need, so I always wonder whether I need it all, whether I should keep some of it, what I should get rid of, so I can't justify the $275, or even the $130. I can justify the $60 for a game system I like, and heroes that look cool, and I am being pulled in. I'm a sucker for it. I'm a sucker. Honestly, they got me with the dragon. If the combination of the cool new heroes plus the dragon, that combination, I am here for it. But, yeah, Dice Throne Vanguard over here. Shipping is going to run you, depending on where you are. They have the shipping zones, and the shipping zones going to be like $8 for the new heroes. So $68, I can justify that. It's okay. I wasn't planning on it, but whatever. This video's costing me $68. But with that, let's go ahead and go to the next one. We have the Elder Scrolls Heroes of Tamriel, the other campaign that I totally thought I was not going to be interested in, and now I am. And I'll explain. I'll give you more context there, because I gave the Elder Scrolls a 4.5 out of 5, and I love this game. It is very long, it's hard to table, but it's so satisfying when you do. The problem I have with it is that it's long, and I was like, I don't need more content for a game that I'm never going to explore all the content I currently have for it. And then I remembered, if you watch my, I have 2 videos, like times I regretted going all in and times I don't regret going all in, and the big thing for me is modular gameplay. When a game just gives you more expansion, more like zones to explore, like, will I ever do that or not? I don't know. But if you give me a bunch of new things you can add into my existing games easily, that means I get to benefit from all the new stuff right away, and that's true here. With the Elder Scrolls Heroes of Tamriel, they're basically giving you a ton of gameplay content that you can integrate directly into your existing game, giving you more class lines, more characters, more races, all these things that you can use from day one, and I forgot about that. So I watched this video. Again, I don't recommend that if you're trying to save money. I watched this video, and I was like, okay, fine, I am here for the Elder Scrolls Heroes of Tamriel after all. 7,000 backers, $2,200,000 raised, 11 days left to go. That's 11 days left for Chris George to do a video on 5 reasons not to back this $1 million+ campaign. But we have Heroes of Tamriel over here. This is going to give you 3 new expansions, if I recall correctly. 3 new expansions, plus, is even more than that? I don't know. Let's go down to the new content. Heroes of Tamriel, okay? Here's Elder Scrolls, basically, short version of it, is a giant RPG adventure game based on the Elder Scrolls IP, loosely based on the Too Many Bones system. Like, I say loosely based because there's definitely some overlap to Too Many Bones, but it's also very different. Like, some people prefer Too Many Bones, some people prefer Elder Scrolls. I think I prefer Too Many Bones. Like, if I ever got rid of one of them, I think I would get rid of Elder Scrolls, but I don't want to get rid of either of them, because they're both kind of fantastic, so, I'm kind of stuck on that one. But the new gameplay expansion, we have the Heroes of Tamriel, giving you, well, a lot of new gameplay. Discover the strengths of dual wielding and storm calling. You got the Hargonians, the High Elves, the Wood Elves, the Redguard, the Orcs, the Khajiit, the Breton, Imperial, Dark Elf, and Nord. So you get all these races being added to the game. Adventure chips, new heroes, new art, attribute tokens, skill line sheets, dual wield, class sheets, race sheets, a whole lot of different things being added to the game. Then we have, from there, we have the new region expansion, okay? This is the one where I'm probably the least interested, but it still includes stuff you can include. Somerset gives you a region over here, but it gives you mages and assassins. New classes. I love the classes in this game. We got enemy chips, assassination, Adric Spear, the Adric Spear and assassination skill line. So again, like, there's just more things you can do, more cool abilities. Then we have the Elder Scrolls Elsewhere. Okay, we have another new region stuff over here, but we have Thieves and Berserkers, okay? And then we have the medium armor and soul magic skill lines. Again, this is all stuff that you can just integrate, which is so much fun. New gameplay expansion, Fur and Fang, okay? So up to the 4th expansion at this point. Oh yeah, we have more. We have Werewolf over here and Vampire. Werewolf and Vampire skill lines. Do you want more skill lines? Do you want to turn into a werewolf or a vampire? They have that for you. Then we have the Elder Scrolls Shadows of Oblivion over here. This one is the one I'm least interested in over here, but still interested in. We have enemy chips, the Daedric Princes. So like, this is fine, this is okay. But then we have the new deluxe storage box. This fits into a Calyx. This is not cheap. It's not cheap, by the way, but it fits into a Calyx and it's cool and it makes things always a little easier. Like, I do like my Too Many Bones game, but I Too Many Bones, like, trove chest over there. It does make the game impossible to transport. That just means that be the person who stays at home. Make your friends come to you. You have all the cool games anyway, so... Magnetic Drawer Key does look cool, by the way. I like that. I like the Too Many Bones one more. It's like the Too Many Bones symbol. I like it. But yeah, this is so much stuff. So much stuff for the game. Shipping, United States $15. Flat rate shipping. They do flat rate shipping, okay? Oh my gosh, it's insane. Excluding the Guild Vault. Excluding the Guild Vault. That makes sense. Additional shipping, $20 per vault. But that just means it's an additional $20. I get it. That's marketing, but that just means it's literally just an additional $20. You could have done flat rate shipping and just made the vault $20 more, and it would have been potato. But whatever, it's fine. Anyways, what do you have? New gameplay bundle, $155 for all the new gameplay. Explore Tamriel. You want the original game plus stuff over there, $355. All in gameplay, $410. All in, $845. Do you need? It's not a cheap day. It's not a cheap day. Then we have over here the Guild Vault, $175, $195 with free shipping. And then you have all the various things you can get over here, the various extras, the deluxe adventure inventory, those are kind of cool. We have the premium health chips, limited edition art book. Some of these, I mean, I don't care about the art book, maybe you do, who knows. But that's basically what we have for the Elder Scrolls. A ton of new content. New class Battle Mage. Oh my gosh. Okay, new classes. We got the Swashbuckler. We got the Herald. Okay, fine. Okay. Commander. We have the Outlaw. We have the Primalist, the new date. Okay. Listen, I walked foolishly, stupid of me. I don't know why I thought this. I walked into this campaign and I was like, the Elder Scrolls. I love the game. I don't need more content for it. That was my thought. Now I need the more content and I need the giant trove chest. Not called the trove chest, the Guild Vault. I need the Guild Vault. We're just going to call it a trove chest, right? We're all on the same page. We're just going to call it a trove chest. It's going to be like the Elder Scrolls trove chest, or are people going to call it the Guild Vault? I am curious. I guess it might depend if you are a Too Many Bones player or not. But yeah, so Dice Throne and this, and one of those things is going to cost me $60, the other is not. And lastly, we have Below the Asylum, which is going to be a shorter campaign overview than I expected, because I don't know enough about the game, honestly. 1.3 million euro raise, 5,270 backers, 17 days left to go. Below the Asylum from Awakened Realms is a action horror board game where elite agents battle threats in a haunted asylum. Now, I am intrigued about one thing, which is if you read through the lines, it almost seems like this is a little bit Cthulhu Death May Die-esque. You kind of have these two boards representing, like, you know, the Shadow Realm or Portal, two different, like, realms, but, like, mirror realms, whatever you want to call them. And you're going through the action in this game, but you're trying to kind of, like, outpace the entity or whatever it's called in the game that's powering up, which makes me think Cthulhu Death May Die. I like the idea of that. So I'm intrigued about this game while not knowing enough to be quite confident. But I like if they can actually, if they are doing that, like, bad evil thing powering up and you're trying to get ahead of it before eventually you have this penultimate clash at the end of it and then, you know, things escalate. If they can capture Cthulhu Death May Die, I mean, oh dear Lord. And yes, by the way, I'm aware of the Cthulhu Death May Die news. We will talk about that on Wednesday, probably. But anyways, and if you don't know about the Cthulhu Death May Die news, I guess random tangent over here. Cthulhu Death May Die Looks like Simon is passing it over to Asmodee. Check out the updates on the campaign page if you want to see that, and I will talk about it more in a video on Wednesday, probably. But anyways, that said, Cthulhu May Die is an amazing game experience. I absolutely adore it. It's so good. It's so good. I also want God of War, by the way. We're not going to tangent too much over here. Nonetheless, if Below the Asylum in any way captures that kind of gameplay, then I am completely here for it. But I haven't played it. I don't know enough about the intricacies of it. So I mean, it's Awakened Realms. It's single shot. It's single shot, so that's good. If you don't need another Awakened Realms giant campaign game, first of all, too bad. I'm sure they'll have more in the future. But at least for today, you're safe. At least for today, you are safe. They have a single-shot campaign with characters and abilities and escalation. It does seem like it might be trying to do Cthulhu May Die, but differently, which does have me very interested. But I need more. And I say that as somebody who, by the way, I was not that excited for, what was the last big one? Oh my gosh, Lands of Evershade. I wasn't excited for Lands of Evershade till I played it, and then I loved it. So we shall see. We shall see. But I have not played Below the Asylum. It looks very cool. It has Awakened Realms quality, Awakened Realms miniatures, all of that stuff. I just don't know enough to know whether I should be... I'm torn because I'm seeing this be so Cthulhu May Die adjacent that I want to be all here for it. I just don't know if that's what it's going to be for me or not. And then that's the game. Oh, it's just pledge levels. I didn't do pledge levels. I skipped right past that. $59 for the standard edition of the game. $95 for the special edition with the miniatures and all that. The first Oath pledge giving you a lot of gameplay. Selenite pledge giving you additional gameplay content over here. Giving you additional, the 3D terrain pack being thrown on there. And we have the Grand Right pledge for €285, giving you, well, is it everything? Everything? No. Yeah, that's everything. That's everything. Okay, that's the all-in pledge level. Standard edition add-ons, except for the standard edition of the game and standard edition add-ons. So it gives you everything to the Crowdfunding campaign, except for what's specific to the standard edition, which why would you want that? It's not like it's acrylic miniatures or something like that, or acrylic standees, any of that. Shipping is going to run you, again, US 24 to 56 euro. Don't forget to mentally calculate for Sundrop in various pledge levels as well. And that is what we have over here for all of our campaigns, which means it's time for our picks of the week. Picks of the week, I usually do the personal interest pick of the week, the game I'm the most personally interested in, and then the game that I think is most likely to hold the value. And for my interest pick is going to go to Honor's End. I'm a little torn. Dice Stone is very cool. Elder Scrolls, the problem is, here's the problem. I adore Elder Scrolls, and the class lines, all those class lines, even just scrolling through the stretch goals of the various class lines they have, it makes me want that so much. But I'm going to play Honor's End more. One of those games is easier to table, so one of them I love more. The other one's easier to table. That's a tough one. But for right now, my personal interest pick of the week is going to go to Honor's End because I'm really enjoying the gameplay and it's more tableable. Tableable is a word, right? Tableable. I think it's a word. If it's not a word, it should be a word. As far as my value pick of the week, that goes to Below the Asylum. Lots of good contenders here. Berserk as well. Like Berserk, a single pledge at that price point with a very popular manga. Like who knows what could happen there? Elder Scrolls, because they sell all the stuff just like a little bit more expensive, it doesn't hold its value to the same extent. Dice Stone could be because it's popular. Ultimately, I'm going with Awakened Realms because they just have the track record of their games being significantly more expensive on the secondhand market after the crowdfunding campaign. Usually the best way to get their games are on crowdfunding, or you're paying a premium to do so otherwise. So this just has the track record, even though there are others that may well have the potential. And that is what we have for all of our campaigns. We have pick of the week's Honor's End, pick of the week value pick, Below the Asylum, and that brings us to the upcoming campaigns. We have, let's see if I can do this over here. There we go. We have Grifoni, Blades for Hire, coming to you from Ludus Magnus Studios, launching, I think this is actually in a week, so technically I'm a little like, it's like a full week out at this point. But we have Grifoni, Blades of Fire, a competitive narrative worker placement, and then we have Gone to Gaia from Rose Gauntlet Entertainment, a sprawling roguelike campaign for 1 to 2 players, which has me interested. I love when a campaign leans into a player count like that. This is launching tomorrow, and I'm very intrigued and excited for it. And that is everything. Until next time, I'm Alex Radical from Board Game Co. I hope you enjoyed this. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot one last thing. Chris George, Below the Asylum, 1.3 million euros, so get on that. Anyways, until next time, I'm Alex Radical from Board Game Co. I hope you enjoy this 2 back and not to back. I will not be back next week because I will be dealing with Essen, but I will be back at some point in the future. And as always, I hope you have a good one. Why couldn't the jalapeno practice archery? Because it didn't have an arrow.